Welcome to our Friday Night Fun. I'm so glad you're here. Chatterbox showed up early as usual. You guys are you're so sweet. I really appreciate you being in my life. So glad that you are here now too. If you're watching a replay, don't forget to hit that little thumb and leave us a comment as well. And you probably don't even know what to talk about yet because we don't know what we're going to do yet either. This is Craft Roulette episode 264. And I am Mary Gunn, Mary Gunn Fun, your intrepid host of Craft Roulette. What is Craft Roulette? Well, in a nutshell, it is the ultimate original paper crafting card making game show challenge. And we're here almost every Friday night, and when we are here, we save a place for you at our worldwide craft table because it's more fun with friends, so thank you so very much. If you are wandering in because you were here last week with Ann Butler, welcome back. I know there are 7 first-timers this week. It's very fun. So if you are one of those, we're so glad. We're going to celebrate you here in a little bit in the show. And if you are here because you know that mononym, that precious Toronto princess, Ardyth, and you want to support her, stay tuned. She's here, she's ready, and we are going to do something here in a few minutes. We don't know what, though. Because Craft Roulette is improvisational card making. We boldly go where most card channels don't go. I'm going to work on that. We were talking about Daniel West and his beautiful voice. Maybe I can get him to do something kind of James Earl Jones and boldly go where no card show goes. I don't know. You'll have to give me some ideas. I would appreciate it. Or if you're just stumbling across this is a card making generally challenge, and it's improvisational. We're not going to teach you anything. We are not going to try to sell you anything in particular, even though we do have some things to sell. And we're just going to sit back and chill and have a little time together. If you enjoyed those sunny cards last week, Lois was our inspiration for Sending Sunshine. I think it turned out great. Then Mr. Wheel, smart wheel that he is, gave us shiny for random. So that was kind of a 1-2 punch of fun card making. And then we had spring colors, perfect for Northern Hemisphere. And then we got rodents. But you said, hold my root beer, I can find something to do with a rodent. And you did all sorts of really, really creative things. If you have not had time to go over to that gallery, and you're feeling down, you're feeling a little blue, you feel like the rain has been all around you for life, just dealing you a cloudy day, go on over and enjoy that wonderful, wonderful gallery. There is also eight videos that people have made of their cards as they were making them. So we got a lot of going over on craftroulette.live. Let's pull back the curtain on Mr. Producer. There's the hand that pushes all the buttons. He's the one that keeps all of the show going. We don't even know if he has another hand. He always hides it. I don't know what he... Oh, he is two-handed. Oh, what a man. No wonder he can do the things he does, including, we were just talking about, he has a free app for all of y'all called Calc.app, and it's all about card sizes and where card sizes came from and base sizes and also, anyway, there's a lot on there. I think it's down in the description if you want to look into it. But if you ever wondered, well, if I make this size, what is that size? Because I know that comes up every once in a while. So if you do want to know what an A9 size is, because you're just itching to make one, you can find it on Calc.app. Okay, Paperganza, our live Craft Roulette immersive experience that is going to be happening in July. We have 10 seats left. 10 seats left. It's going to be a small group, an intimate little group in a smallish room. We're going to have great vendors. We're going to have teachers. We're going to have fun. We're going to have outside entertainment. We're going to have swag bags they are impressive. And we're going to have Bitty Penny wandering around the show, making interviews and all sorts of stuff. It will be like nothing you've ever gone to, I'm pretty sure. But look into it if you'd like, paperganza.com. It's going to be so much fun. If you haven't given us a Vinny, that's a thumbs up. We would appreciate you doing that. I saw that earlier there were like 33 people and 32 Vinnies. That's a good ratio. I was going, yeah, these people understand. So we would love it if you did that. If you haven't subscribed to us, we'd appreciate that as well. Hit that notification button. You know the drill. Spin sponsors this month. This is the last week to give away these spin sponsor kind of things. Waffle Flower is giving away a $25 gift certificate each week. They've got adorable things. I used their hamsters just last Wednesday. I have a hamster thing coming too. Your Paper Insider, the highfalutinest paper you will ever find in the paper kingdom. And I know they would talk to you about paperweights, by the way, Mr. Producer. And Bella Crafts Publishing is giving away a ticket to their upcoming BellaCon in May. So if you send in one of those cards, those 415 cards last week, you will be eligible to win those kind of prizes, and we will be spinning for that later in the show. We are not sponsored by any craft company in particular. We rely and depend on our membership, but our membership is not a one-way street. We have so much stuff over there for you. And I keep finding, somebody will write and go, I didn't know that was there. I didn't know you had that. Well, did you do that? Is this something new? Oh, I like that. Anyway, there's a lot of extra content that you don't see that's not like this, but there's some things that are like this. And so go on over to craftroulette.live/support if you want to learn more about it. And we want to thank every member that joins us. We appreciate you from the bottom of our heart. And we would also like to welcome Jackie Beester as a member this week. So thank you, Jackie, for signing up. We appreciate your support, and I hope to get to know you soon. There's some new merch. This is a big deal. We haven't had new merch in ever, and we have a different vendor, so I'm sorry if you had an issue with the old vendor, but that is yesterday's mail, and if you did have some trouble, I don't know. You can talk to us, and I can tell you what somebody else did, but we do have a new vendor for our T-shirts, and we have some new T-shirts. And I've got good news. We've got decoy duck on those T-shirts in Team Pink, Team Orange, Team Purple, and Team Teal. So you can go over and pick yourself a little decoy duck shirt in your team color. No Team Rainbow. Sorry, Crafty Al. So check that out. And then there's also some stamps and dies. We don't talk much about them. They're pretty fun, though. So that's that. Let's get her on. We want to get this show started because this is her 12th time to Craft Roulette from Toronto, Canada. Welcome, Ardyth.
Hello.
Welcome back, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here 12 times.
Yeah. We were just saying that you were here. We were tiny. We're still not a big channel at all, but we have a lot of interaction.
400 submissions is pretty impressive. Back in the day, I think we were in double digits, not triple digits.
Yeah, I looked at your list and I looked to see what parameters you'd gotten for Element. And so I noticed, I think we only had 26 submissions the first time you were on. So, yeah. It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
Has it always been fun for you?
Always, every single time. I remember the first time you contacted me and I was kind of like, who? What?
What is Craft Roulette? No, not yet. Don't tell us that. But, yeah, that's right. We were boldly going back then too.
You were
asking people that didn't have any idea who we were, and you were one of the brave ones to say, sure, I'll do it. Yeah. Because I didn't know who you were until I saw limes. And I went, oh, this girl, she knows, she's good. She knows limes and your embossing the way you embossed with the aluminum foil, because I did that too.
Okay.
And I went, I got to meet this woman. So we did, and I love it. Please tell us a little bit of who you are and what you do, because you haven't been here for a year. Awful.
Yeah. Well, my name's Ardyth. I haven't been called a mononym before. It took me a second to go, what's a mononym again? Oh, yeah.
I think that's right.
One name. Well, I'm actually not the only Ardyth in the card making industry. Recently, I came across another Ardyth, if you can believe it. But
how dare she?
I got there first, so she has to use her last name.
There you go. Squatters' rights.
Yeah, so I'm a crafter in Toronto, Canada. I started my YouTube channel in 2017, and I make weekly videos, which are on my channel. I developed, I was going to say invented, but I developed my, as Mary said, my little acronym LIMES, which is just a little checklist to help you analyze an inspiration card that you don't want to copy directly. So we go through, just different little steps of how to analyze the card and then figure out how to use what you've got on hand, rather than going out and having to buy all the new products and that. And not that that's a bad thing, but sometimes it's better to use our stash. Yeah.
Yeah. I had a dream the other night. I woke up and I had bought a bungalow. It was a small house, and I had a card museum and gift shop in the front. And then it was like a craft house in the back. But then I woke up and went, no, that's way too much work. Don't want to do that. But a card museum, I think our galleries are kind of like our own little card museums.
Yes, they are. Yeah. Yeah, that was really impressive, actually, seeing them all coming through in the pre-show.
And they're not all there.
They're not? Okay.
We can't put them all on. So they're just randomly chosen. But we have really appreciated knowing you and having you as part of our guest rotation, because you're solid. You're just solid. The only thing that we have ever had is some tech. But tonight, we're not going to. We're just not. Nope. We've already had a little bit of fuzziness at the beginning. But look at that internet. She's looking good. Everything's smooth. We're going to do this. So you did say something earlier, and it's what I need now. Do you have a question for me?
I do. What is craft roulette?
Bravo. We need Daniel right now. Cue Daniel.
I was just going to say, I should do my best Daniel voice.
What is craft roulette?
I can't get that low.
I can't either. We'll be right back after this moment on about what is craft roulette. Thank you.
Did somebody ask what craft roulette is?
In a nutshell, Craft Roulette is a live paper crafts challenge show where the goal is to complete a project that has been randomly selected by the spin of a wheel, and everyone is invited to play along. There are 4 categories we spin for: project, colors, element, and random. The wheel has 24 spots to land on, but the spot it lands on might not always be a parameter. It could be a special, like guest's choice, a vetoed parameter, or other fun surprises. When you add the infinite creativity of our community and try and calculate the possible options, square the fun, carry the glitter, divide by the imagination, you end up with a near limitless amount of possible projects. Whoa. We invite a special guest on each week to share their unique spin on our challenge. If you'd like to participate, you don't have to create live with us. You can sit back and enjoy the show. Once the episode airs, you have around 50 hours to finish your own project using the same 4 parameters from this episode and submit, so don't delay too long. After your project is ready, take a photo and head over to our website. Use the Submit Contribution form to officially contribute. The form is open to the public and no membership is required. Everyone who contributes will be featured on our website, included in the next episode slideshow, and automatically entered into the next giveaway. When you visit www.craftroulette.live, you'll find all of our past episodes along with their contribution gallery, the current wheel parameters, info on how to participate, a calendar of upcoming guests, links to our spin sponsors, contact and prize claim forms, our shop, and a huge membership platform. But more on that later. And that's Craft Roulette. If you like what we do, please subscribe, like the video, and share it with your crafty friends who might enjoy it too. Everyone is invited to join in the fun. We like to celebrate around here, so before we spin for this week's set of parameters, we're going to look back at last week one last time and highlight some of our community's achievements. And now, back to the show.
Here we go. Yep, that's what we do almost every Friday night. One time we did on Saturday. But other than that, we're almost always here, and we would love it if you joined us. And bring a friend because it's more fun. You can always be texting with each other or whatever, have a little party together while you're watching and crafting. It's all very, very fun. If you have a stamping or scrapbooking store, have them do a crop on Friday nights and watch Craft Roulette. They're looking for you to come in. Help them out. Give them a reason. Anyway, we had 415 contributions last week. Last time, oh man, was it last time when Ardyth was here? We only had 32,000. I think it's something like that. So you guys have put in a lot of cards, and it's wonderful. So we are up to 55,087 cards. Projects. That's so many. So very many. And I applaud you all. There you are, all over the world. Look at you scattered and concentrated both. Aren't you proud of you? I am. There's the cards I made. I actually got 2 made last week. One's an A9. So I sent some sunshine, and I used spring colors, and I had some rodents to add. Then sunny or shiny, and I used my highfalutin your paper insider paper to give that little spark of love there, and use some Colorado Craft stamps that I was given because Colorado Crafts is one of our swag bag people for Paper Ganza. Anyway, that's an A9. That means it's an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper folded in half. It's so cool, isn't it? Don't you wish you could make them all the time? No waste of paper. Not a bit. We had Ann Butler on. Let's see what she made. She went completely differently than I did, and she used the rodent inside. There was a fairy godmother, and so that was her nod to the rodent, and I think she had a little rodent in there. But she had a fairy godmother, which we talked about how Cinderella had mice and all that kind of things, because sometimes we just can't be that literal when we make these cards. But then she had some nice little sunshine rays and all sorts of things, and she made that bow. Such a good talent. And thank you so much for joining us. I hope you're feeling better this week than you were last week. She was a little under the weather, so she was a trooper to join us. And your card turned out very cute. Thank you very much. Now we're going to invite Miss Ardyth in, the mononym, for our Parade of Achievers. This is when we're going to recognize some people that sent in cards last week. We have some major milestone people to say congratulations to. That's people that have sent in 25, 50, 75, and even 100 cards. And we do have 5 new 100 card people, and we call them Mug Clubbers. You all need to email me your address so I can send you your Mug Club exclusive Mug Club stamp. I'd be happy to do that. We have 7 first-timers and nobody entering Club 52. Shocking. But this is the time. I love to be able to say their name sometimes, where they're from, or how many cards they've sent in. And then you hop on in and say something if you want. We are on a timer, so we don't spend too much of the show time there. Because, you and I did that member show, and you can just talk and talk and talk about each and every card.
We've done that.
Yes.
We used to do that back in the day.
Yeah, we've done that with you on the member show for our members. And it's so easy to talk about. And it seems like when you do start talking about a card, you start having all sorts of questions. So the more you spend time in a card, the more you can learn. And limes, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. You probably have a really good eye for this. But let's start our Parade of Achievers with our first timers. 7 of you brave people.
Yay.
Will we make a list of what they have on their card? Will we include some things in tonight's card? Jackie Beester from Kansas. I looked up where Denison, Kansas is. It's not too far. Heather Shuggs from New York. Little sunshine pocket. Melissa Shuggs from Minnesota. I think we have sisters. What do you think? Or, I don't know, daughter, mother? Vicky Boney from Alabama. Look at her little mice. Cindy Anders from Illinois. That's a pretty sunshine with the pastel. Melody Team Teal from Michigan. Welcome. Karen R. from Missouri. Got some shiny stuff going on there for sure. Welcome. We're so glad that you joined us. I hope you joined us again this week. We don't know what we're going to make yet, but you can do it because all parameters are doable. Marilee from Minnesota has 25 cards.
Congratulations.
Ready for May. Martha Middleton, 50 cards. Cute. Val B. from Nebraska, 75 cards.
I'm amazed at how these people are putting rodents in.
Cindy Miller, 75. It's true. Angela with 100. Her cat ate the rodent. That was hers. She's a mug clubber. Dania from Florida. Welcome to Mug Club. Diona from Minnesota. Welcome to Mug Club. It is surprising how well they fit rodents.
Well, how many there are even, like.
Shanna makes it 100 cards. Make sure you send me your address. Susan from Iowa, 100 cards. Another mug clubber. Carol Bennett, 125 cards. Congratulations. A lot of house mouse things. Terry from Canada. Do you know her? 125.
Yeah, all us Canadians, we all know each other.
Jean's Paper Jewels, 175. Cordelia Alderman, congratulations for 175 cards. Jackie Jackpot Muller, 225. We're going to hear her name again in just a minute. Congratulations, major milestone achievers. You are amazing. Our leaders this week, Vicky Ruda with 223 cards. Look at all those sunflowers. Isn't that darling? Smurf Murphy, 224 cards. She'll be with us at Paper Kansas. Jackie Jackpot Muller from Australia, 225 cards. Kathy Herring from Wisconsin, 228 cards. There's those little house mouse guys.
Cute.
5K now 6K Lamone's got up to 230 cards. She has a video. And Ellen Card Monkey Jarvis is up to 241 cards. I really like that card. It looks like something you could have made.
I like how she colored in the whatever the rodent was to be a silhouette. That was clever.
Rodent. Yeah, it was. It looked like you have a lot of bold graphic kind of thing.
I do. I love bold graphics. Yes.
So it just looked like something you could have made. Well done all. Congratulations, Mug Clubbers. We're real proud to send you a stamp set of Roulette Robot. And like I said, make sure you email me your address and I will get that out your way. There are over 2,000 different kinds of rodents. I think we had, I don't know how many we had, but we had a bunch. A lot of house mouse kind of critters. I've never had them. A lot of Anita Jerem critters. They're adorable. I don't know. They're cute. They're just cute.
I wouldn't even have thought of rabbits, but I guess they're rodents too.
Well, that's a big, there's a great big, no, they have a cecum. And they're not a rodent. But it's kind of like there's a bigger umbrella in the species genome, whatever it is, phylum kind of thing. And they are part of something that rodents fall under. Okay. So they're kind of like cousins.
Okay.
It's kind of like Pluto. Is
so
Pluto
you said
a planet?
2,000?
Yeah.
2,000 types of rodents?
Yeah. Everywhere except Antarctica.
Okay.
Yeah. And they could just be white and they may not see them.
Penguins are not rodents.
No. Perish the thought.
Penguins and polar bears are not rodents. Okay.
No, absolutely not. So, all right. That was last week. It was fun. You guys did great. Thank you so much for playing. Now it's time to get ready for this week and find out what we're going to make, for Pete's sake. Yes, they're lagomorphs. We almost got in trouble with Amanda because I called it a rodent. She said, they are not rodents. Her bunnies. She loves her bunnies. I don't blame her. But they have certain rodent characteristics like their teeth and eyes on the side of their head and stuff. Anyway, that was last week. This is this week. We're going to find out what we're going to be making. But first, we get to find out what the members voted off the board for the week. We call them vetoes. If we land on a vetoed item, we will spin again, and the wheel cannot make us use that particular vetoed item. For project, what did they say no thank you to? Square, oh no, they can't say that. Ardyth's here. Matchbook card, kids card, or A9. Amanda, you can relax. We aren't going to do A9s. So that's off the board. You can make an A9 if you want, because there's no parameter that says no A9. So you're free to roam about the cabin and make an A9. For colors, what did they say no thank you to? Starry Night, String of Lights, Modern, or On the Ground? Modern. I was looking at definitions for modern today, and there's not like any definitive, this is what you, 25 years back and now, to now
Right.
is modern.
Well, everybody thought they were modern when they were coming up with their colors.
Well, that's what I thought, but I thought maybe there was a number, like now
the last
back
10 years
5
or
years
something.
or something. Yeah, so, because I thought, I know somebody's going to ask if we get it. So how far back does that modern go? So is that, we'll figure that out when we get to it. But modern is off the board. For element, what did they vote off? Western, hands, rhymes with ack, or interjection. Interjection is off the board again. I'm trying to get you in the mood for it, though. Stop! It'll be fine. There we go. For random, what did they say no thank you to? Gingham or plaid, abstract blobs, everybody's favorite. No, not everybody's favorite. Curved or straight, or include an arch. Abstract blob is off the board. Let's have a moment. I love abstract blobs, but we'll figure out when we get it. We've had it before and it was fun. That's why I like it. I was a little scared the first time we had it. But, Ardyth, would you like to veto something?
I took a look earlier, and I think I would veto thread or twine.
Gotcha.
And I didn't write down the number.
That's okay. It's in random,
Okay.
and it is right there. Oh, you found it faster than I did. I wanted to beat you, but you got it, Mr. Producer. So if we land on guest choice, we'd like to know what you would choose if we land on number 1, guest choice. The record is 2. That somebody actually got.
Somebody
Tracy
got 2?
Tracy and somebody else
Oh, goodness.
got 2. So yeah, I got to make them good.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I think anybody who knows me will know my project first choice would be square, which is
Yep.
number 11.
Mm-hmm.
My colors, colors don't scare me. I could make any of your colors work, but I think if I chose, I would go with number 5, sunny day.
Because you're bright.
Well, they're happy colors, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and then for element, I would go with number 19, which I think is large flowers. I've written down L flowers.
Not XL?
No, not XL. Just L.
Just L. Okay. And for random.
And for random, number 8, stencil. That's my favorite.
We saw that one coming a mile away because you do a lot of stencils.
I love stencils.
You're doing innovative things with stencils.
I'm trying.
Yeah, like using powdered pigments and wetting
Yes.
your watercolor paper with a stencil on it.
That was it's a tricky technique because you have to be very careful with how much water you use. Otherwise you just end up with a big puddle.
Yeah.
I have a lot of big puddles.
The puddle technique.
Yeah.
That was your video today, by the way, right?
I did it last week, as well as I included some of it in today's as well.
And it looked like planets.
It
was so
did.
cool.
Today was planets. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So if you aren't subscribed to Ardyth, which I bet you almost all are, but it's down in the description and in the title, hop on over there and give her a sub because you're going to...
Yes, please.
She also does a lot of shorts, which is...
I do.
Yeah, you're doing lots of things, lots of good things. Okay, so, well, we've got that one done, and I think if we get yours, if we get all 4 of those, we got a good card coming our way. but I don't know. We'll see what we
Yeah.
get. Yeah. We got a
I
couple
usually get at
stinkers
least
off.
one tricky one, right?
There's all, yeah, that's kind of the vibe. It's kind of like we
Yeah.
get 3 that, oh yeah,
One
we're walking-
curveball.
We're walking in high clover, and then all of a sudden, oh, I just got stung by a bee. Let's give this guy a warm up. And I hope you get something good. For project, what will we have? I'm a little off center. Number 14, card for an influencer. We will be talking about these things, so don't panic. This has been vetoed quite a bit. 4 colors. What will we get? Numero trace. Dreamy. Dreamy. 4 element. Maybe I'll have I had that dream with the craft museum or the card museum. Number 23. Pictures. No, that's where. Oh, craft. Oh, this is very interesting. Crafterson. 4 random. Number 11. Off center. Okay. We've got some pretty wide open things. And some kind of puzzling things. But I'm going to give you a little time to think, Ardyth, while I give my speech. And I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I do have some thoughts about that might help you on some of those parameters. This is a challenge. If you did see all those cards, those are all from our friends that have sent in a card during this last week. And we just want to have you play and have a little creative time. We're not going to teach you anything, but if you watch, you might learn some things. The Chatterbox is so good. They are so full of ideas. We're going to be checking in with them in just a minute for some ideas for these parameters. But this is going to be your art project. We're not going to tell you what to use or how to use it, except that it has to include those 4 parameters. And we look to see what you come up with artistically. You can take each one of those parameters and make it very literal, such as you can say, HEY Google, what are dreamy colors? And HEY Google will so thoughtfully, without even having to give them a quarter, will give you some dreamy color palettes. You can make a card it's a card, right? Yes, a card that's very classic. You saw some samples in the Parade of Achievers. Or it can be very interactive and very complicated with things that pop up and fall down and all the different kinds of things like that. You can do whatever your jam is. We like to see what you create. We invite people from all levels. This isn't a contest, so you might as well jump on in and join us. And we don't, because we're not going to judge anything. And we do ask that you do your very, very best. So if this is your first card, your millionth card, if you're 3 years old, if you're 90 years old or more, you're welcome to join us on this challenge. We do need to have it handcrafted, and it needs to be very family friendly, so I do not blush or go crazy when I see it in the gallery. Yeah, you'll hear from me. And then also, you do need to fit in all those parameters, but you can do it kind of sneakily, or you can have it big and bold and very, very much your focal point. It's up to you. Get the idea? Ready to go into the deep end? I'm ready. Let's see. What do you think, Ardyth? You have some time to think about these. What's your first impression for card for an influencer? Okay. Well, I think my first thought goes to like influencers on YouTube, Instagram, that kind of thing. But there's so many people that have influenced us in our lives. Mm-hmm. This could be your chance to make your Mother's Day card, or your Father's Day card, or a teacher's thank you card. Yeah. Pastor's card.
Thank you. See, I just panicked when I heard that. I thought, I don't know any influencers. Okay.
Well, they would probably even the YouTube influencers probably have a post office box, and they would probably love a card. I know that Justine Tovey or Hovey, not Toby. Justine Hovey was on one time. She goes, I wish I'd get some cards. I thought, oh, I bet we should send. Yeah. So she's an influencer. And if you're not in the craft roulette world, sometimes, because we have a card exchange and we give each other lots of cards.
Right.
Sometimes I think it's a nice thing to reach out and just say, I do watch your channel and thank you for making cards. That's not a bad thing. And that's going to be one of those things too. If you want to do that, I think it's kind of like, oh, I could never send a card to Jennifer McGuire. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. You could use the limes from Ardyth and case one of her cards. Who wouldn't love that? That'd be so flattering. And It doesn't matter if it's got a smudge. She smudges. I'm absolutely sure of it. Mother Teresa probably smudged her cards, and nobody says anything bad about her. So, just include that. Now, how are you thinking on that now?
Now I'm thinking, well, it's funny because when it first came up, Justine was the influencer that came to my mind. And I do send her cards from time to time. I made her a card about a TV show that we both liked watching a few years ago.
How fun.
But I also like the idea of someone who in your life who has influenced you, not necessarily an online influencer. Correct. So I like that idea. And Mother's Day is coming. Mm-hmm. Father's Day is also coming. So that's, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
About that.
Yeah. There's lots of things you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of influencers and Canadian influencers and people like that, Mari Clark is going through her stem cell kind of thing. This month is going to be kind of a big one for her. If you are part of our card exchange, if you are part of Craft Roulette's membership group, her address is in there and she would love to hear from you. She likes purple and flowers. So if you can whip together a little purple flower and send it her way, I know it would brighten her hospital stay. So I wanted to make sure I got that in there. So that was perfect. What else? Oh, we have this show to do. Dreamy colors. What do you think?
Well, when I think of dreamy colors, I think of pastels, which are not my favorite, but I can work with that. So yeah, I definitely
you could dream in bright colors.
Dream in Technicolor. Isn't there the Technicolor Dream Code?
Joseph. Oh, Joseph. One of my favorite musicals.
Mine too. Yeah, we saw that a couple of years ago.
I think of swirly kind of colors, and you're a big blender, right?
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, blending could be dreamy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Hey, you could go with nightmare if you wanted, right? A nightmare is a dream.
Everyone has their own nightmares.
Everybody has a dream of a nightmare. No, we don't necessarily need that, but you could. Yeah. So that'll be okay. If you know what you're, and then we got crafter. So we are going to craft a card. That's the easy one. You're going to craft a card. Check.
Okay.
It's done. But if you have, and you're going to probably use craft products. Check.
Did it say craft/crafter?
It has craft or crafter, crafts, crafters. Yeah. So you could just use craft.
Could you use craft cardstock?
Yeah. Yeah. You sure could. Or there's a lot of cards that have.
The card itself could be your element. This is this kind of a freebie parameter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can have it with, there's a lot of dies and stamps and things of craft products.
Yeah.
So you could do something.
That's what's tripping me up because I'm just thinking about whether I have any of those, and I'm not sure I do. But I'm sure I can think of something.
You're going to craft something.
I'm going to craft something.
So big interpretive picture. It will be what you want. Do you have a stamp set or anything you've been wanting to use, die set that you've been wanting to use or that you've been enjoying?
Yeah. I've got all my unused products available, and maybe I should use one of those to try something.
Yeah. And then off center. That will most likely, we'll see a lot of focal points just off to the center, not just square in the middle.
Or maybe
Right.
the sentiments on the inside
Or the sentiment on the inside could be
a little bit
off-center.
higher than normal,
Mhm.
or
Or hanging off the edge, even, because it would be off center, off the edge, kind of. I don't know. You had a cute card today with that. And Amy Ulan is, I've known her for many, many years because we were in Close to My Heart together.
Ah.
And she's coming to Paper Kansas.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, yeah.
Yes, she sent me a very, very tough challenge
She
with
sure
her
did.
Star Trek card. You know,
Yeah.
when I have no Star Trek
No.
stuff.
You did great, though. You did great. And that was
Thanks.
that was the video today I watched, and it was really good. Live long and prosper.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I can even tell you something about, I just watched a thing on Star Trek, the things you didn't know about it, and their little shield on their shirts that you were using, the idea. It was originally, and I'm getting tight, going down a rabbit trail, but it was originally each Starfleet ship had its own.
Okay.
And then that was the Star Trek Enterprises particulars thing. But anyway, I digress. Live long and prosper. All
Did
right.
not know that.
Yep, I didn't either until yesterday. So, all right. Are you comfortable? Do you think you can come up with something?
Yes.
You could
I
do
don't know what
flower and
yet.
stencil.
I don't know what yet, but
You could do flower and stencil on a square card
I may just do that in dreamy colors.
in dreamy colors. Well, we're going to go dream about some colors while you watch this, and we're going to get some stuff, and we're going to come back and make something, I hope. Do join us. Hey, Cool Mary here. You might remember me from my breakthrough role, the In Review Infomercial. While normal me and the special guest are gathering their supplies, let me take this opportunity to tell you about our stamp set, our die set. Whoa. Let me, Cool Mary, show you what you can do with them. Tubular. Whoa! Gnarly. Yes, you can order these off our web shop. Every purchase helps support our shows, and in return, you can be like me, Cool Mary. Once upon a time, in a land of glitter and glue, there was Mary, who had lost her crafting mojo. Desperate, she called the one person who could help. Doc! Mary asked for one of Doc's brilliant inventions to save the day. Doc sprang into action, her lab a whirlwind of creativity. With a cry of, "Great Scott!" Doc unveiled her masterpiece, the Craft Roulette Creative Companion. She called Mary, and with a touch of movie magic, handed over the book. Mary was stunned. The book was incredible! Out of nowhere, Biff appeared to cause trouble.
Give me that book, blockhead!
A flurry of stamps sent him packing. Mary quickly explained the wonders of the book, showing its many secrets. The Craft Roulette Creative Companion is a project sketchbook designed to accompany creators along their journey through Craft Roulette's weekly challenge and its many adventures. Use it as a project planner, an idea bank, as a journal, or any combination of the three. Each spread has room to record all the essentials of the Craft Roulette Challenge. There are 100 spreads in each book, plus some extra room to sketch and make notes. The Craft Roulette Creative Companion is a collaboration with Trinity Stamps. To get yours, check out the video description for more information.
Mary, let's get back to the craft.
And we're back. We're back. Okay, so I did a card. Whoops, that's not it. I did a card that, let me come in a little bit. And I used it on as a bonus card, which is something our members get to do. And this has a rodent. Do you see where the rodent is? There's a rodent. It's spring colors. It has a nod to sunshine, because moonbeams are a night's sunshine. Yes, I did make that up. And do you see where the in the moon is right, Deputy Heidi? It's in the moon. It's like Mickey Mouse ears. When I was a kid, I never could see the man in the moon.
The mouse in the moon.
This is the mouse in the moon. See how it's right there? It looks like Mickey, but it's Moony Mouse. And JD would love Moony Mouse. Do you see it now? Yay! There you go. Yeah, there were a few people that couldn't see it. So I wanted to make sure that I showed you. I don't want you to live in the dark without the moonbeams that are the night's sunshine. Yes, time to eat chocolate. JD is doing great. I saw him today I did a little FaceTime with him. He was running all over. On Tuesday when I was with him, he liked holding a finger. So he was just running all over, having the best time. We had a botany day. It was very good. We're having a good time. Okay, I'm going A2 because I can. I have a stencil because I can, and I'm going to do some dreamy colors. Aren't these dreamy? Don't you think these are kind of swirly, whirly, dreamy, pretty? I think so. And I'm going to use my own Craft Roulette craft card stamp set. So that's what I'm going to use. We originally wanted...
Who's the influencer? Yourself?
I am the influencer.
Because you make your cards for yourself.
I do make the cards for myself. I may make an extra one. This may end up going up to Canada, but for Miss Mary. But Mari. And then we'll see, because I brought out, she likes purple. So these are kind of purpley, warply colors. And she's the crafter. So I can do this. A spring dream. Yes, Jay. I think these look like spring dream colors. I think we're good. I think that's kind of what I'm going to do. What are you guys doing? What are you doing what's dreamy colors for you guys? Or what are you going to do for your influencer? You've not wanted this for a while.
Oh. We're going to bring Ardyth back.
Let's bring her back. Well, that didn't take you very long. What'd you come up with?
Oh, boy. Well, I focused on my favorite of these 4 parameters, which is off-center. So nice. I've got I've got a strip, because I wanted to use a stencil, but I thought, how do you make a stencil off-center? And I figured if I just do a strip, then I can place it off-center in my card. I've got some flowers. I've got some
cool, good idea.
dreamy colors. I'm using, these are Cloud9 Interference inks from Lisa Horton, which has some shimmer in them. And they kind of
Nice.
shimmer a different color depending on whether they're on light or dark cardstock. And I am going to use craft cardstock as my card base,
Perfect.
just to kind of emphasize the whole craftiness of the thing.
You've done this before.
I haven't frozen like this. I kind of froze there for a few minutes, and I just couldn't get my brain going anywhere. So anyway, I'm going to use my...
You just have to take a breath and it'll come.
Yeah, it always does. And what I find too is once I start, then ideas start coming in a bit more too, right?
You get a parameter worm and you go, that would be fun if you, I'm going to do that. Oh, yeah. Because that is kind of the thing. You think, when you get the parameters, the first reaction is, I got nothing. This is a bad idea. I should have just watched baseball. This is what was I thinking? Why didn't I just watch a movie? And then pretty soon you start thinking it through and start exploding with ideas.
Exactly. Well, and ideas breed ideas, I find. That's
absolutely.
Whenever I'm stuck, I find the best thing to do is just start with something. And even if I end up throwing it out, it generally leads me to the next thing. So
do that.
Yeah, so I've got this kind of swirly stencil, which I think is kind of dreamy too. So
it is pretty. Jill Pounds is going to make a Mother's Day card.
Nice.
Terry McNeil pictured a fluffy white cloud, so maybe you'll have a lot of fluffy white stuff on your dreamy. Maymay's birthday is next week. Maymay, that's right. Maymay's birthday is next week, and Vince's birthday is tomorrow, I think, because I watched him last night. So, yeah, I think everybody enjoys a card, so don't be afraid. Make somebody's day.
Oh, for sure.
And we're not always influenced by art either. We're sometimes influenced by someone's kindness. And honestly, if you have been helped by a first responder, a doctor, or anybody like that, they have influenced your health, safety. You could do all of those kind of things too. We're not going to hold you back, and it will be fun to read what you write in the description of your cards. We should have a lot of cards, I think. This is fun.
I think so too. Yeah, really, these parameters are not that difficult, are they? Right? Like they're not really directive. They didn't really force us to do anything.
Nope.
I think that's maybe what threw me off. It was like too much choice.
That can happen. For real. It really can. This stencil's kind of off center, isn't it?
You know what's off center? Like it's not all lined up. Those squares are all kind of
helter-skelter.
I don't know what the word is. They're not quite wonky, but they're not, really lined up.
They're freely distributed, but still on a grid.
Freely distributed,
but still on a grid.
Gwen Simmons likes your inking, Ardyth.
Oh, thank you. It's also it's got some shimmer in it too. I don't know if you can see that shimmer.
Oh, yeah, that's sharp.
And then this is what I like to do. I like to, on a day when you don't feel like crafting very much, I like to cut a whole bunch of white words. And then when I'm ready to use them, I ink them up rather than trying to keep scraps of colored cardstock. I keep white cardstock. I keep a few colors.
Oh, you do? I thought maybe you never did.
I don't have a lot, but like I have, when I'm making my church Christmas cards and there's like, I need to make 100 of them. Yeah. I have red cardstock for that.
That makes sense.
I really like this stencil. I think it's dreamy too. It's kind of groovy with its.
It's very groovy. It looks like the Partridge Family kind or something, doesn't it?
I think I love you. What am I still afraid of? Well, no, you know what? It wasn't David Cassidy I loved Sean Cassidy when I was a kid.
Oh, I didn't know them.
No, they were like the Hardy Boys to me. And Sean Cassidy had a couple of albums out. I actually found them on like YouTube Music, and I couldn't believe how many of the lyrics I still remembered. It's crazy.
It is. I don't know what part of your brain does that, but it is a
I like
serious
those jokes
sponge.
where I like those jokes where they're like, you're asking your brain, okay, I can remember the lyrics of every song of, every high school dance you were at, but the password that you just updated 10 minutes ago, nope.
Nothing.
Nothing.
It's true. And, it's not any better when you're working on a computer either, because now it's like there's so many rooms on a computer that you can go, now, where was that? Why was I going? What was I looking for?
Yep.
And so it's just like one giant mansion of rooms.
Well, I find I get myself it's like when I'm wandering the house, and I get into the kitchen. I'm like, now, why did I come here?
Exactly.
That happens to me online as well. I land on Facebook because I went there to do something, but then something catches my attention, and then I'm sitting there going, oh, I can't remember why I came over here.
Nope.
And then
it's gone.
I go back and remember.
It's almost like you need a little whiteboard on your computer desk.
On my brain.
I'm going to look for this. Do not look anywhere else. I've done that on Pinterest before.
I'm trying so hard to stay off social media because, especially, and I hate to say it because, as you said, I make shorts, but the shorts and the reels,
oh man, they
can suck time like crazy. And, you get to the end and
what did I just watch?
You haven't learned much that's useful.
No.
So.
No, but it's fun. And
it is fun.
Sometimes lately I've been talking to the algorithms and saying, what do you think I'm looking for? This is not it. What are you thinking? Haven't I already defined myself?
Yeah. And then every once in a while you remember somebody who you wanted to follow and you haven't seen in ages.
That's so true. And then you wonder where did they go?
Yeah.
It's sad. You realize how absolutely much they are controlling your content.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just a big black box, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. But without it, I would never have met you.
That's true.
Yep.
That's
true. And many nice people.
So many nice people. And yeah, like everything, I guess there's pros and cons, right?
Mm-hmm. If you eat too many donuts, you're going to pay for it. If you spend too much time watching those shorts, you're just not going to have other things, other times. But yep.
That's right.
But it is a lovely, fun place to be.
Did anybody notice that I just put my yellow brush into my pink pad?
Oh, shoot.
Oh, boy.
You've got a new pad for sunset colors.
I'm going to just try cleaning off the brush on a baby wipe here.
Are you a real big cleaner of your supplies? I'm a terrible cleaner.
I like my room to be tidy and organized. Like I like to know where everything is. I don't love cleaning, but this is the one room where I do it more than anywhere else.
That's funny.
So,
Well, it probably gets messier than the other rooms.
well, I certainly spend a majority of my time, not the majority of all my whole day, but this is where I make a mess for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really sure what I need to add here, but I'm thinking of flour.
Oh man, that's coming together so fast.
Well, it's a
And
very
so
simple card.
cute.
I'm a bit worried that maybe it's a little too simple.
What do you think, Chatterbox? Is it too simple?
Well, there's always safety in numbers if you want to make another.
Yeah, I made 2 last week. I did. So if you don't think this one needs something, maybe. Deputy Heidi says not at all. Kenzie Kraken says, yep, too simple. So there you go.
Well, at least everybody agrees.
Yeah. One of this, one of that.
All right.
Brutally honest.
No, that's fine.
Amy's Wares is here. She's going to be on with her daughter.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
She is very talented, that Amy.
She is indeed.
Do you know something?
What?
Amy is an influencer of mine. She has influenced the design of my craft room.
Oh.
In a number of ways. I mean, remember when I was just telling you how I like to cut white words and then ink them up?
And she's got that
and
binder.
I have a whole system where I keep she has her binder. And I'm not a fan of binders myself. I prefer, the flip through the pockets like we do with the stamps.
Oh, okay.
So here, I'll show you. I have this baby that is filled with these pockets that are filled with words.
Oh, sweet.
Right. So instead of having to go through a binder, I like to flip through, and I've got them, by manufacturer, and yeah, so I've got all those. So whenever I need to make a card, I often have the sentiment already ready to go.
And then you just tweak your sentiment with colors and such, right?
Exactly. And sometimes I add on, and that's maybe what I'll do now. Sometimes I add on a little sub-sentiment. Let's see if I can find one. Got this.
Well, I have some questions. I better get on it because I've got some questions and this is going too fast. Not too fast. It's okay. So Justine Dvorak asks, what's your favorite?
Oh, yes, I know Justine. She's a friend of Brennan.
She's a cutie. I did it so I could make sure I was on the right place. I was off screen on purpose. I was off center. I was doing my off center thing. She's going to be on the show this summer. But she asks, what's your favorite fold for cards? Now, you're not a fancy fold person, are you?
I mostly make these kinds of cards, like regular old cards. But my favorite fancy fold, I would say, and is a Z fold or a Z fold. If you're from where you are.
Yes.
So we call them Z folds. I love a Z fold because you can make it without having to use any extra cardstock. So
yeah. You don't have to
my
add
card
or
today
subtract.
was a Z fold in my video. So, and that was a Z fold where, there's a lot of coverage of the back, but look, there's so many ways you can make a Z fold. It really depends on how you fold back that front panel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
And it's
yeah, I
it's
think
just a
that's better.
cool little twist.
Yeah.
And the
It
double
just,
Z is so fun.
the double, see, I don't know. I kind of go back and forth. I made another one recently. It was for my mother-in-law's for Mother's Day. Because in the UK, Mother's Day is in March.
Oh, right.
And it catches me by surprise every year. It's a fun, because it's not even, like our Mother's Day is like second Sunday in May or whatever.
Mhm.
In the UK, it's a function of Easter. So,
For real?
yeah, so it changes every year. So every year when the calendar flips over to March, I have written down, find out when UK Mother's Day is. Send the card.
That's very smart. Very smart. Yeah, I bet you've been caught off guard more than once, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and
I'm
with the
sure she's
mother-in-law,
fine.
you really don't want to,
No, you
not.
want to be good.
Yeah.
How long have you been married?
Coming up on 28 years.
Congratulations. That's a long time.
Yeah. There should be a medal, right?
Oh, yeah. You should.
There should be.
Anything after 25. Yeah.
There should be a medal. Honestly. Marriage is hard.
Absolutely. Challenging.
It has its moments, that's for sure. That's for sure. So, anyway.
Well, Zed, do you do other kinds of fancy folds, or that card that you did today? I think that was how Amy did it with the starship that came up. I think that is a wiper card.
Yeah, so it was like this kind of neat box fold that I could see using. It was almost like it would fold down flat, but then it stands up and kind of pops out. But yeah, this is my Z fold that I made in my video today.
Yeah. Yeah.
With the little stars hanging off the top.
And since it was a little smaller, you could have those little stars up there.
Well, this is one of the nice things about my favorite size, which is what I'm making now, which is a 4 1/4 inch square. It because I send them in A2 envelopes, I can have something go off the edge, one edge. It can't go off both edges, but it can go and it can still fit in the in an envelope, right? Oh, I just thought of the other fun fold I like to make.
Eureka.
Eureka. This is a rocker card.
Oh, yeah, you love those.
I love these because look at it. Look how fun that is. Oh, it's flopping, of course.
Well,
but like look how fun that is. It
is fun.
Yeah. And it's so easy. It's just a big circle. And then you can add whatever you like. You can decorate it however you want. You can add whatever you want. And I tell you, no one can walk by a card like this without getting it going, right? It's definitely going to make somebody smile.
That's probably the easiest interactive card there is.
I think so. I'm all about easy. I know lots of people worry about, what's going to happen to my card when I send it. I don't want people to feel like they have to keep my card if they don't want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't want them to look at it and go, oh my gosh, I really can't keep this, but she puts so much time in it.
Well,
so, unless it's something like, especially like thank you cards or whatever, if it's a very special birthday or anniversary, that's a bit different. My Mother's Day card, I think did you have Tanya or you've had Tanya Kostanek on here?
We had her on. She will be at Paper Ganza as well.
Oh, awesome. She's amazing. And her partner, Karen Berniston,
she'll be at Paper Ganza too.
Okay, well, she makes the most incredible interactive dies.
Yes, she does.
And So this is where I was going with my Mother's Day card. I made one for my mother-in-law using Karen's dies, and it was just amazing. And my mother-in-law, who has not always appreciated my love for card making, shall we say, she was showing everyone this card because it was so, yeah. And so that, I felt good. Like, that took me a long time, but it felt good. But I feel like for, a thank you card or whatever, I don't want people to feel guilty when it's time for them to go.
No. My aunt, I made a shaker card for her 90th. She put it out. She saved it, and then she put it out again for her 91st.
Oh, nice.
And I thought that was very... She is off center. She should be over a little bit. She's off center. I didn't mean to do that. I'm trying to push her over there. She won't go. She is one stubborn craftette. But
I have to tell you, I have a story where my friend's mother turned 90 recently. And my friend and I said, I would like to make her a card. Like, we've been friends since we were kids. So I remember this mom from, growing up.
Sure.
And I said, I would really like to make her a card for you to give her. And so I didn't see my friend again, but I did see her husband. So I gave the card to her husband, and it crossed my mind, should I call my friend and let her know that I've done that? And I didn't. And he put the card in a very safe place. And my friend's mother's birthday, 90th birthday, came and went.
Oh, no.
And they just found it last week in a very safe place that he had put it.
Sounds like he's got my filing system.
Oh, my goodness.
That's funny. Well, she'll just get to enjoy it longer.
I don't know. I don't know if they gave it to her. I don't know. I've known the husband as long as I've known the wife. And I have never even been slightly annoyed at him. Well, I was slightly annoyed at him when this happened. Anyway.
And he will never live it down.
I'll try. I'll try to forgive. I'll try to get over it.
Forgive, but
I thought,
hold that that card that you can always tease him about.
Yeah.
There we go. Whoops. There you go. So she's kind of...
Okay, so one of the things I did here, I don't know if you noticed, was I cut off the KS from two other. This is another great reason to have a bunch of these on hand. If you need to layer them up, you've got them. And because I have these two layers with the dreamy colors and the dreamy shapes, I didn't want the end of my word to not be supported, right? So I just cut two layers off the KS. And so now everything's on the same level.
You got it. You've got
Did
card
that make
making
sense?
figured out.
Did that make sense, or did I completely confuse you?
No, I think it did. Because you want it to not be flopping off the edge, even though
Exactly.
because it's off center, it could have, but because you wanted it, you had it off center, but you want it right.
I want it level.
Way. Yeah. Well, are you kidding me? Are we really this close to being done? This is crazy. This is like record breaking.
Is it?
Yeah, I've got a fun question from Sue Small Crider for you. She's going to be on the show in June too. But she asks, if you could be on any other game show besides Craft Roulette, what would it be and why? Are you
Jeopardy?
A Jeopardy person? Okay.
Jeopardy.
Right.
I love trivia. I have a good memory. Well, sorry, I used to have a good memory. I'm much better at remembering things than I am at figuring them out.
Oh. Yeah, I've never heard it said that way, but I get what you mean completely.
Well, I just noticed my husband is the opposite. He's much better at figuring things out than he is at remembering.
Oh,
So.
okay. All right. Well, I've got a trivia question for you then.
Okay.
Who was the host of Jeopardy before Alex Trebek?
Oh. I don't know. Monty Hall.
Good guess. I think he was offered the gig and he didn't take it, I think is the thing on Monty Hall. No, it was a gent named Art Fleming. And he did it for many years. And he was the host when I was in high school. And
That's interesting.
one time he got mad at a contestant and told him, because he'd given a stupid answer, and he went, "You need to get in the game." And I remember that so well. You need to get in that game. Oh, man, that's tough. You're getting yelled at by Art Fleming.
No kidding.
That is really
Well, I
bad.
have good memories of Jeopardy. My elderly neighbor, I used to go visit her a couple of evenings a week just to check in and make sure she was okay. And we would watch Jeopardy together. And she always said, "Oh, you're so smart," because I could get, 10% of the questions right.
Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune is kind of like Team Purple and Team Orange, I think.
I like both of them.
I like Wheel of Fortune too.
Yeah.
I mean, I play Wordle.
Oh, do you?
I like word games. I like Sudoku.
Word wipe. Play it every day. It's kind of
Was
like
that the
Tetris.
one? Remember that one you told me about? What was that?
Probably that. I'm still playing it. It's kind of like Tetris. It has a grid with letters on it, and you find words in it and wipe them away. You've got, I think it's 90 seconds.
That's a new one, Mary,
okay.
because it was like a flower, and there were like
Blossom.
petals.
Blossom.
That's
a good one too. Yeah. $25,000 pyramid is good too. That was a good one.
I remember
this game.
I remember
like
it.
that.
I just don't remember how it went.
You had to give clues. You had a topic or a saying or something, and you had to give clues for your partner to guess that topic, saying, or name. It's kind of like this in that you go, okay, I'm going to do spring colors. What would be my spring color? So if you and I were playing $25,000 word or pyramid, if I were giving you clues, I would say things like pastels. Trying to get you to say dreamy colors. Pastels.
Right, okay.
The baby's room. Pinks and green, light pinks, greens, tints.
Okay.
And maybe you would say dreamy colors. And in your sleep. so that
because you need me to say the word dreamy, right?
Dreamy, yeah. So if you could put all those things together, you could maybe come up with dreamy. That was not a great game.
So is it a bit like Taboo, where you're trying to get somebody to say something without?
You can't say the name.
The 5 most obvious things.
No, you can do anything that's obvious. You can't use a part of the word and that kind of things. But yeah, it was good. I liked it, and it's fast. It's on a timer. You gotta get after it. So
remember that one with the 9 people? What was that?
Match game.
And Charles Riley was always in the middle.
Yeah. and Brett, whatever her name was, Brett something. And Gene Rayburn.
Yeah. Was that like Hollywood Squares or something?
Oh, that's it. Hollywood Squares. And there were a little bit of nuance of naughtiness all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was kind of fun though. I don't remember the premise. They would give them, they'd have like a fill in the blank.
Oh, I think it was like tic-tac-toe. So then you had to, you chose somebody and then, Yeah.
So you do a lot of, when I get to my craft mess, I always find an open, and then you'd have to match with whoever the contestant was. I don't know. Something like that. Oh, they would give 3 different answers, and the contestant guessed one of them. I don't know.
I don't remember.
Yeah, that's been a way back.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I watched daytime TV.
Yeah, because we have the internet, for Pete's sake.
Now we have the internet and we can
We've
watch
got
whatever
shorts.
we want, whenever we want.
That's right. We rely on our algorithm. So,
Mhm.
as a crafter and as a
Mhm.
professional crafter, because do you ever say that when people say, "What do you do?" Do you say, "I'm a professional card maker"? And they go, "What is that?"
Yeah, I have a hard time knowing what to say to people. And I guess it depends who it is that's asking me.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know that I've ever said I'm a professional card maker.
You could.
I sometimes say I have a crafting channel.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So
That would work.
most people, when you say, "Oh, I make cards," they're like, "You what?
Business cards?
You what?"
Yeah. Is that on Canva?
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
learning Canva. It's
Are you?
amazing what you can do on Canva.
You can do a lot.
Well, this is the thing, when you do have a crafting channel, you have to know how to do all these things. You have to know how to do the graphics and
Yeah,
the
Mom,
video.
do you know how to do the graphics?
I was just kind of letting this puppet die right here. No, I want to make you feel important, Stephen, so I let you do those things. Because he does it so much easier.
Well, if you've got someone you can work with, then who
There
knows how
you
to do
go.
it for sure. I don't have that. You know what? I'm not loving this yellow center.
Well,
Hmm.
take her off. Well, Patty Roca, I'm leading into this question. And this is, I think you're honest enough to tell us what I'm thinking you're going to say. But do you ever get tired of filming videos?
Today? Or
Just
ever?
in general. Has it ever happened where you just went, "Oh man, I got one due. I got a deadline. I'd rather be gardening, whatever."
Oh, I'd never rather be gardening. But, no. That's more like, oh yeah, those weeds need to be pulled. No, I've got a video deadline. Of course. I find now that I don't work for companies so much and I just do my own thing and I'm doing, my limes or I'm doing my collaborations with my friends or whatever, I find I enjoy it much more. When I have a deadline on inspiration, I struggle.
Mm-hmm.
So even, if somebody sends me a product, which has happened recently, somebody sent me some product and I had to use it to make a video. I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's, I think like if you're really good, you can just be inspired by anything. But I find I'm inspired in the moment by what I'm inspired by. And it's hard to change that course somehow.
Yeah. Do you like the editing part of
I do.
making videos? You must.
I do,
because you do it.
I have I just got a new editor, and it's a much bigger thing that I know I'm only using about 3% of the capability of it, but I enjoy feeling like I'm learning, like I can, and I'm constantly thinking, how can I present this more, make it more interesting? Do I need to add graphics? Can I do it from a different angle? Can I, what are my options? So I do enjoy that part. I wouldn't want to do that all the time. I wouldn't want to make cards all the time. I wouldn't want to do the voiceovers all the time. So I find it's a good mix.
Yeah. You've found a balance.
Yeah.
That's a hard thing to find.
It is. It is sometimes, for sure.
Only took you a few years, right? But it can change. What are you excited about technique-wise or anything that lately?
Well, I was really excited when I finally got some good results from the watercolor powders and the stencil. That is something, that's another way that Amy is an influencer for me, because she knows how to do that technique really well. I'm I'm impatient and I look at it and I think, oh, that's not spreading enough. I probably need more water.
And you
And
can
I
get in
don't.
trouble fast. Yeah.
I almost never need more water. So, yeah, but watching her and talking to her and learning from how she's doing it has really helped. So I'm feeling
Amy.
much more confident about that technique. And that one, I've tried it a number of times over the years. So I'm really happy that I may not get it right every time, but I at least know I can do it.
Yeah. Yeah. And you'll just get better. You'll get better. She said, Amy says, where'd it go? Where'd it go? You did awesome with the powders, Ardyth. So there you go.
Thank you. Well, she, I was lucky because she had done a color combination that was just stunning. And I was at our local scrap fest, we call it, which is like a local crop. So there's people there like scrapbooking all weekend, but there's also a little vendor floor. And one of the vendors had those exact colors that Amy had used.
Oh.
So I was lucky enough to be able to buy them and then use them in the card. And what a great color combination.
Do you remember? Was it dreamy?
It was dreamy. It was a blue and then a red and then kind of a peachy red, which, I wouldn't necessarily think, oh, let's try 2 reds and a blue and won't it be wonderful? But it really was.
Huh.
So
2 reds and a blue. That doesn't, it depends a lot on, and you can get a lot of different flavors of, and feelings of cards with proportions too, just in one column of colors.
For sure.
With all reds.
These are the colors that I used.
Okay.
And this was one of the panels that you can see here where I used way too much water. But you got this kind of light red and the darker red and the blue, and then they kind of mix and you get these peach and purple and really pretty.
Yeah. And it's not a controlled thing. Do you like that?
Yeah, I'd like to be more predictable. I can handle the, I don't know if where those colors are going to mix. I don't like am I going to be able to get a usable panel out of it? I don't like that suspense.
Yeah. Do you feel wasteful when you don't get what you want, or do you keep it for another day?
Well, this one, I feel like I can probably cut some circles or letters or something. I feel like, I could probably get a strip out of this.
Yeah, it looks like some code, like old computer code.
I love this. This is a great stencil. I used this to make my dad's birthday card. Because it's so big, you can literally just shift it along and layer it up, and it starts to look really dimensional.
How many stencils do you think you have, ma'am?
Oh, boy. Probably 100.
That shows that you like them.
I love them.
I'm going to interject really fast. Could we get everybody that's watching to hit the like button to let YouTube know that our show is good and to send it out to people? Thank you.
There you go. Thank you very
much. You like me? You really like me.
And you like Ardyth.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. How many likes do we have, Mr. Producer? You have a...
I have to refresh.
Oh, that's okay.
We're sitting at 298, and we have almost 500 or 450 watching, so we can do a little better.
Okay, you holdouts. What's wrong?
So I heard a rumor that if you like it while it's live, those likes disappear after it's done. Is that right?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I've never heard that. I don't think I've ever noticed that happening either.
Okay.
Thank you, Christy. I did that.
So there's a fitness lady that I follow, and
Oh.
I think it might be one of her older videos, so it might be that it used to be like that and it isn't anymore even. I don't know.
Oh,
It
who
seems-
knows? It can change
I-
tomorrow.
There's a couple idiosyncrasies. One of them is it won't count a view for a live until the person is done watching. So if you get here and you
okay.
start watching, your view isn't tallied until you're finished watching. So sometimes you'll get done with a live and it's like, how do I only have 200 views? There was 500 people there. It's because they're still watching.
Oh, okay. I wondered why
Okay,
that was
that's
like
interesting.
that. 'Cause that's always, that does happen. I go,
Yeah.
well, I thought there were more.
That's interesting.
interesting.
Okay.
By the
Oh,
way, we had a little thing on our Facebook group because you have been here now 12 times. Did we talk about that?
Oh, yeah. I saw that. I thought that was kind of fun.
I like games. So I wrote down in the Facebook group all the elements that you had, parameter elements that you'd had on the show up till now. And they were birds, stars, zoo animals. I remember that night. Car or truck.
Did I do a zebra?
flowers. You did. You did. Flowers, books, sacks, wreath, table, rhymes with ool, and jokes or funny. You keep coming back. But we asked, what do you think was her least favorite? And
what was the result? What did people think?
most people said sacks.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I remember that one. I did a sack full of flowers, I think.
That makes sense.
I'm sure I would have panicked with sacks for sure. But I feel like probably books would be harder for me because I don't know what I would do for. What did I do for books? I don't even remember having that.
I don't remember that night. I just I do remember the zoo animals, and I think you were you with other? Was that with Jama and?
Oh yeah.
Was that Craftful and Crafty Owl?
I don't remember if it was that night. I can picture the card because I feel like I had rainbow behind the zebra.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
you did. It was really cute. It turned out really cute, but you didn't have a lot of animal stamps, as I recall.
No, and I still don't. That was one of the things I said today was, I don't have any people except Santa in my for my Star Trek card. Wasn't sure Santa was up to the job for
The
Star
newest
Trek.
episode of Star Trek. Will Santa take over the Enterprise? Ho, ho, ho.
Maybe land on a planet where it's always Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what are the bad guys? The Romulans are trying to steal Christmas.
Oh yeah.
And Spock just keeps going, this does not compute.
This is not logical.
I do not understand why you like Christmas.
See, I'm more of a next generation girl. I don't know.
That was an original.
Yeah.
Trouble with Tribbles. The Horta. Cry for the children of the
I
Horta.
remember that one.
Yeah. Henry Mudd's Women. That was a good one too.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah. They took these little gem pills and they made them feel beautiful.
Okay.
And then when they didn't take them, they lost all their makeup. But they had to realize they were beautiful. It was very moralistic. Yep, there's some good shows, and I was real glad that you did that card.
What's the spot card?
It was good. She's she likes fandom stuff. Amy likes fandom stuff. She's kind of like Lauren Taylor, like that with the fandom stuff.
Well,
it's good.
There's so many good companies now that have like such good stamps, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I love Star Trek, then that would be definitely one of them. Okay, look, I made another one while we were waiting.
You are an overachiever. Yay
Are
for
you just waiting for me? Because I'm just sitting here yammering away.
Like I told you, I would have you on every night because I enjoy your
Ah,
company. So
I would love it.
yeah. So no, I'm just enjoying watching you do your thing and chatting with you about Star Trek, amongst other things. But
I
those
was just
are
going to say I'm
adorable.
not really up to date on Star Trek, but
Yeah, it's just burned into my mind because it's like those songs from the Partridge Family for you. They're just there, all those scripts from Star Trek, but don't ever wear
Yeah.
the red shirt if you're on the show. That's the one that gets zapped.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, that was an old myth or something. But those are traditional Ardyth cards, completely on your brain.
I don't really know how to do anything else.
But you don't have to because they're always so cute.
Oh, thanks.
And I like that because you stayed in your wheelhouse. You've been on this show enough times to know don't try something new. Just do you. And I've tried to do new things. It never works. It's the old robot with the falling out hearts. So
I love to do new things, but I think on a show like this, it's not the right time.
no, you'll just ruin your night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too hard. Just do you. Because you is good.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Here's a hard one from Stephanie Mormon. She says, if you could use only 3 colors in a crafting capsule for, say, 2 weeks, what would those colors be? Would those be those new colors, that combination that you were talking about? Or these?
I would use a pink, a yellow, and a blue.
Mm-hmm. Not a red, but a pink.
I would probably go on a pinker color, yeah. Because, yeah, that's what I would do. I find whenever I'm stuck for colors, primary always works. It always works. So, and you can be bright and dreamy like this. You can be super bright and vivid, or you can go kind of dark and muted with them. So, there's a reason why they're like the building blocks of everything.
Mm-hmm.
They always work. So that's probably what I would do.
You didn't hesitate. That was pretty impressive.
I've been thinking about that. I've noticed it in the last few videos that I've been making, is that when I don't know when it's up to me and I don't know what colors to choose, that's what I tend to go with.
Mm-hmm.
Video idea. Imagine you're on Craft Roulette and you have no idea what to do. How do you decide?
Well, you start with one thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just got to go for it.
Yep, you got to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the thing, right? It's that little bit of pressure to make the decision quickly, but also make it something you can live with. Because you got to live with it. Because there's not time to start over, and that's often I'm an iterative crafter where I start with something, and then that spurs me to the next idea, and that spurs the next idea. And sometimes I have to go back a few times, and I don't have that luxury when I'm here on Craft Roulette.
No,
otherwise we'd be here all night.
Take that away from you. Say, you can do this. We believe in you. You start clapping just like for Tinkerbell.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, you've always rallied to the cause without any problem.
I have to say, I'm pretty happy with these tonight. Sometimes I end up with those parameters, like the zebra and the car and the...
Yeah, those were hard. The car, I remember you had like 4 panels.
Did I?
Remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what you did, but I remember watching, just knowing that you were like, it was not easy. It was not an easy walk in the park.
Sometimes we get parameters that are hard to put together, right? Like a car on its own is not difficult, but if you get a car with, I can't remember what my other parameters were, but sometimes it's hard to put them together.
Yeah. So I'll give her some hearts, because this is something brave. It really
Give
is.
me some
It's
hearts.
fun. It's fun, but there's a few moments of panic.
I had a few this morning or tonight.
But you soldiered through. You did great.
Oh,
You did great. Let's make sure that we have all our parameters met. So Deputy Heidi, who will be at Paperganza, won't come get us at Paperganza and put us in the Housekeeping. Card for an influencer. Well, I have Craft Friend on here, so that's also my element. And I'm my own influencer, I think, on this one, but this one actually may go out the door or a second copy of it. My dreamy colors, I think, are pretty ice cream pastels. They're just kind of like sherbet. And so that's kind of dreamy to me. And then off center, she is off center. I didn't put her square in the middle. And she's balanced because she's got some other things holding her down there. So I think I did it. In Crafter and Crafters and stuff, I created this little stamp set, and it has Craft Friend. So I think that fits.
She looks like she's dreaming too. I like that. So that kind of fits with the dreamy colors and the.
She's dreaming of her next card and what influencer she can write to. And let's make sure you have all of those because you've got cute cards.
So I went with the thank you idea on the basis that I can say thank you to people who have influenced me. Mm-hmm. And my dreamy colors are they're not quite pastels, but they are on the muted side. And I think this kind of flowy blend is kind of dreamy. Mm-hmm. My off center on this one, I've got the whole strip kind of off centered. And on this one, I've put the craft strip off centered. And I've also put this one's actually centered this way. And that, it's a little bit off centered.
The word isn't, yeah.
This one is moved way down, so it's also not centered. So, and
this looks good. That's it. Thanks. You did it. Yeah, it does look dreamy. It looks all tie-dye.
Yeah.
Tie-dye paint.
It has a tie-dye feel.
Mm-hmm. It's really cool. I like it. Well, you get to rest a minute. I'm going to tell everybody how they can play, give away some stuff, and thank our members. Who's coming up? And we'll be right back to say goodnight.
Sounds good.
Sound good? All right. She did it again. Oops, she did it again. She made a wonderful card. 2 cards. Why not? Just keep making cards. We do want you to join us. Use those 4 parameters. You can fit them in however you want. And you will have lots of leeway in your decision making here. Make sure you put a description so we know what you're talking about. Send those to Craft Roulette. Upload those to craftroulette.live. There is a submit card form. And you have till Sunday night at midnight Central Daylight Time if you are not a member. If you are a member, you have till midnight on Thursday Central Daylight Time. We'd love to have you in the gallery. And our members in our chatterbox. We just enjoy having you as part of our culture. We have wonderful guests coming up. Oh, next week already. Oh my goodness, it begins our Mother's Daughters month. It's going to be fun. Allison and Rihanna. I'm going to have to learn how to say her name. What is the deal? Rhiannon. I can't quite see that and look at the camera at the same time and read it. Rhiannon Halika will be joining us. That will be a lot of fun. I've got a hunch it's going to be lively. Then those newcomers, Gina and Rena, will be joining us after that. Rye and Amy, who was in the chatterbox tonight. We were talking a lot about her. Presley and Crafty Al will be joining after that. And then we close out the month with Amanda, Stevens, and Kelly. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this month. We had a lot of fun last year, and I think it'll be fun this year. Join us. Bring your mom. Bring your daughter. Bring your dog. It's Craft Roulette night. We welcome all of you. Thank you, members. We have a gold crop tomorrow, so if you join us at Central Time, noon Central Daylight Time, I will be there, and we will do some whatever you want to do. I will probably be scrapbooking, but you can make cards, you can come hang out, you can crochet, you can have your dog with you. Brownie will probably be there. Brownie is Leslie Herman's dog, and Brownie is often there. So bring your dog and come to the gold crop. We have 12 May birthdays if you're in the card exchange. So we have an easy month, but I did want to mention we have 24 June birthdays. You don't have to send all these cards, but I'm just giving you a warning because I know a lot of you like to send birthday cards to our card exchange members. So that's a nice thing. Maybe you can send an influence, since we only have 12 May birthdays, maybe an influencer will get your card this week. You never know. Thank you so much for being a part of our world. If you cannot afford to be a member, please do not even bother thinking about it. But do give us a thumbs up and all those free things, those positive comments, those happy comments. And we appreciate that very, very much. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Well, I think it's time to... There's some dreamy colors in that confetti. You know, this little sleeve that Mr. Mike has on. I think those are kind of dreamy colors. It's going to be a pretty one. It's time to give away some stuff. If you sent in one of those cards last week, your name should be on that spinner if you wanted it to. If you didn't want it to, you're not there. But we're going to give away some things. We thank our spin sponsors this month. They have been great to work with. Thank you so much. Waffle Flour, Your Paper Insider. I think they're both coming back later in the year. And Bellicon. Thank you so very, very much. We always start off with a Krog, a handmade card with an itty bitty gift. This is going anywhere that we can get mail. And by the way, if you're keeping score, my orders from the beginning of the month are still in different places in Kansas City, except one moved to Denver. Vivian C. without coming to my house. So I've been getting to know the people at the distribution center in Kansas City. They're really nice. I wish they could get my orders to me. A Craft Roulette goodie bag needs to go in the United States, but if you are outside the United States, I will send you a Krog. Who's going to get it? Who's going to get it? We got some nice stuff to put in them. Gilly L. Congratulations, Gilly L. Or Jilly L. There it goes. Just name them Smith. Mary Smith. I bet it's Jilly. Like Jillian. Not Gillian. Gilligan. No. A Waffle Flour $25 gift certificate. You know, we love their products. And I've got those hamsters I did last Wednesday. When I got away with stealing art. I did it. And it was kind of like Sylvia B. Congratulations. It was kind of like not having the Miranda rights read to me because somebody guessed it, but they didn't have all three parts. Reagan Zick did, and she didn't have all three parts, so it's kind of like a sloppy police job. But anyway, I got off because of the Miranda rights were not read to me. Christy J, congratulations for a Your Paper Insider. I saw somebody had their new Paper Insider box that they had won on our Facebook group. I was happy for them. It's got that really pretty pink piece in there. Oh, it's nice. Bellacrafts Publishing giving away a Bellacon ticket, $97 ticket. So that'll be fun for somebody. Who is it going to be? Oh, Linda Gorman. Oh, Linda. Arthur is just going, Linda. Mom, why are you yelling?
Oh,
why
we
are
gotta
you
give
yelling?
away something more, Mom, because I hit the spin button again instead of save.
We're giving Mr. Producer away tonight, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, crafters and craftettes. And all of the YouTubers said, yes, please, yes, please. Now we'll give away another goodie bag.
All right, Jackie.
Who is a brand new member. So congratulations. Goodie bag. And if she's out of the United States, I can't remember where she is. Is she in Kansas?
I think so.
I think she's in Denison, Kansas or something. Okay, I will be happy to send her a goodie bag. Ha-ha! Good night for gifts. And next week, we will be giving away all sorts of new stuff. So make sure you send in your card. You will be eligible for the new stuff next week. I don't remember who it is, who the guests are, or the spin sponsors. I haven't given them their detail letter, so I'm not fresh in my brain. But what was I going to say? Oh, use the same email that you did to send your card in because we recognize you as you that way. Let's bring Ardyth back and She probably has 10 more cards made. Do you have 10 or 20?
Nope. Nope. Just relaxing and enjoying seeing all the prizes. And congratulations to all the winners. Hope you enjoy those.
I like winning stuff, don't you? It's fun to get some stuff. It's hard though. It's kind of like when you have a gift certificate. It's like, oh, which do I get? Because all the products are so good. Do you have anything on your list, a wish list of something you'd like to get?
I don't, because I just placed an order. I have been loving Christina Werner's stuff with Concord and Ninth. And every month there's at least one thing that I feel the need to get. So
I can see that. Yeah, they're beautiful. She's really developing a beautiful line.
She's such a talented artist, really. And I love her style. Her style.
Mm-hmm. And her kitties are so cute.
Oh, they're cute. She's got 2 new kitties.
Yeah, they're very handsome. Yeah. Do you have anything coming up that we need to put on our calendars?
I've got a couple of summits coming up. The Stress-Free Card Making Summit is coming up in May. And that's the one where we all show, all the presenters show a card design with 5 products or less.
Oh, okay.
So it's not, you need 20 million things. It doesn't include, like white cardstock, black ink, that kind of thing. And then 5 products. So I've got that coming. Oh, that's my topic is actually Z-fold cards, Z-fold cards.
Oh, very nice.
So, and I've got a good freebie with all the measurements and all the combinations and variations and things. So that's one coming up. And I was going to say Card Maker Success isn't coming up for a little while, but it's, kind of midsummer. We're going to have the Holiday Card Maker Success Summit as well. So lots going on.
Christmas in July.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. That may be why I can't come to Paperganza.
Oh. Quit.
What are the dates of Paperganza again?
24, 25, 26. July.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
I bet you're earlier.
We're later. We're July 31st. Yeah, 31st August. Yeah. Yeah.
Book it.
Okay.
Just book it.
I'll look at my calendar and see what I can do.
Oh, I'd love that so much. I think we could just be the 2 little short girls walking down the hall.
How do you know I'm short?
Oh, you are so short.
I'm not short. I'm average. I'm 5'4".
Oh, you are tall.
Veritable giant.
You're a veritable jolly green giant.
I'm sure my husband's 6'4".
I will look up to you. I always did, but now I really will. And you can look down at me.
Okay. Never.
Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me.
It was
always fun.
Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, crafters and craftettes, get those cards in. Join us on Wednesday. So I'm kind of full of myself. I can probably get away with more card crimes because I'll be casting something from the gallery. And it's time to apply a big wet one on your nogs. It is. You have done a good job. You probably worked all week, maybe not. And you need to encourage your brain. I'm gonna do it again. We will see you soon next week with Allison and her daughter. Ardyth, thank you, Mr. Producer, Chatterbox. Great night to be friends. Take care. Bye-bye.